Good morning. I'm going to try really hard to make this a good morning. Okay, so I was off air only because my device was full, and I made a few videos when the power was out. And I might put those up, but those are from when the power was out. The power's back on now. So I just opened up to this. Oh. Saul's Israel's first king. Okay, I just finished watching Lionel and Rain Country. And that was a good video, Lionel. Or I'll try to make it for you. I can't figure this. Okay. You know it. Saul's first king. I'm going to put this down because I'm just doing a talk. And eventually I'm going to do a garden. So you guys can see it. Because it is exciting. And I did produce some stuff, but I'm still learning. It was so weird on one of my herb plants. There was a spider mite, okay? And I was like, what is that jumping off it was a tall herb plant. And they were jumping off. They were parachuting off. I was like, oh my, that's the spider mite. Because it had webs on it, okay? And I'm not infested with spider mites. It was just one plant. And I keep on killing them. I catch them. But it's alarming. So I went and got Castle soap, tea tree scent. And it was diluted, and I sprayed it, killed them, okay? That was cool. So let's read about this. See Samuel pouring oil on the man's head. This is what they used to do to a person to show that he had been chosen as king. Jehovah tells Samuel to pour the oil on Saul's head. It is a special sweet-smelling oil. Okay, is the anointing oil has marijuana in it, okay? I've done research. Unless the research that is wrong, but it does, okay? There's medicine in marijuana, okay? Some people are allergic to it, okay? And the THC, I'm still learning about it. I'm not a kindergartner, I'm like a third grader on marijuana. Mr. Toad, I saw him on, he taught me so much, and he's really allergic to the GMO stuff. He lost a leg, okay, from GMO stuff, okay, poisons. So, Mr. Toad's channel, I recommend. He is God sent, okay. Saul did not think that he was good enough to be king. I belong to the tribe of Benjamin, the smallest one in Israel, he tells Samuel. Why do you say that I will be king? Jehovah likes Saul because he does not pretend to be big and important. That is why he chooses him to be king. I didn't know that. But Saul is not poor or a small man. He comes from a rich family, and he is very handsome and tall man. He is about a foot taller than anyone else in Israel. Saul is also a very fast runner, and he is a very strong man. The people are glad that Jehovah has chosen Saul to be king. They all begin to shout, "Long live the king." See, Jehovah gave kings to his people because they wanted a king. They wanted a man to follow, okay? And I read in the Bible yesterday, I actually opened up to it. I love doing that. And God chose the seed of Abraham, okay? God used to talk to Abraham in the breezy time. Was it in the evening or something? God does love humans. I mean, he did create them, but some of them are vile. Like, oh my God. Lionel's so correct. Lionel's special. And I believe he's used by God. And I said it a long time ago. Okay. Lionel's nation. Okay. But Saul is not. Okay, I already read that. The enemies of Israel are as strong as ever. They are still causing a lot of trouble for the Israelites. Soon after Saul is made king, the Ammonites come up to fight against them. But Saul gathers a big army and he wins victory over the Ammonites. This makes the people happy and Saul is king. As years go by, Saul leads the Israelites to more victories over their enemies. Saul also has a brave son named Jonathan, and Jonathan helps Israel to win many battles. The Philistines are still the Israelites' worst enemy. One day, thousands of Philistines come to fight against the Israelites. Samuel tells Saul to wait until he comes and makes a sacrifice or gift to Jehovah. But Samuel is slow in coming. Saul is afraid that the Philistines will start the battle, so he goes ahead and makes a sacrifice himself. See, he stopped obeying God. He started listening to himself. When Samuel finally comes, he tells Saul that he has been disobedient. Jehovah will choose another person to be king over Israel, Samuel says. Later, Saul disobeys again, so Samuel tells him, it is better to obey Jehovah than make a gift to him of the best sheep, a sacrifice. It's better to obey him. Okay, because you have not obeyed Jehovah, Jehovah will not keep you as king of Israel. We can learn a good lesson from this. It shows us the important it is to obey Jehovah always. Also, it shows that a good person as Saul had been can change and become bad. We never want to become bad, do we? Yeah, it's true. And then look, I'll show you another picture. It's dark, it's early in the morning, so let me try to flashlight this. That's King David. That's before he became king. Okay, he loved God so much. When he was a boy, he would shepherd over sheep, and he would make up songs to God. Okay? They lived totally different back then. They had to take care of sheep and chickens and cows and stuff to survive. Okay? The world that we live in right now, that the government is presiding over, is dumbing us down. Okay? I went to public school, but I did. My mom, I had to work because we were poor, and I started working at 14 and a half, and just to buy shampoo and stuff, clothes. I had to buy my own clothes since I was very, very young, but I was happier. Nowadays, it's like they're making us. It's not good, okay? The way the government is handling things is not good, okay? It's not. It's not the way God intended, okay? We're supposed to have our own, and in God's new system, he does promise that we're all going to have our own homes, and and I'm looking for Rick Larson. He hasn't made a video, or they haven't been recommending him to me, because I think he's one of God's children, definitely. And he has his own land and stuff. And he has a food forest. And he makes very good videos, usually, especially on Sundays. And he has one of his neighbors was spraying pesticides, and it bothered him. Okay, Mr. Toad lost his leg because of pesticides. Okay, like I listened to his story, and I know how I feel. Like I ate some pasta that were GMO pastas. It wasn't organic. I felt it the next day. Because I do have arthritis. Not crippling arthritis, but I do have it, and I am older, and I have to take care of myself differently. Okay, I have to eat very clean food. And I love food. I made some really good split pea soup yesterday, because all those legumes are really good for you, but you gotta rinse them and make them correctly and whatever. So anywho, I'm just making a video because I was shut off. I couldn't figure out I made a few videos, but it wouldn't let me turn off the sound. Right, it wouldn't let me turn on the sound. For some reason, the sound was, my speaker was turned off. Okay, maybe my son did it, because he knows they spy. So I don't know. It wouldn't let me turn on. I would turn on my sound, my voice, and it wouldn't go on. It was kind of weird. Maybe God did it because he wanted me to be quiet for a while. So I'm still cleaning. We have water at least today. Well, I haven't tried it on yet because I've been getting water down in town. Oh my gosh. I guess that's about it. I gotta do a bunch of stuff. Throw a bunch of stuff away. Okay. Have a great day.